the secret to really achieving anything is momentum. And I'd love to show you just why the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. Did you ever notice how happy people tend to get happier and sad or depressed people get more depressed? There's a reason. If you look over here on this graphic, I can show you really quick. There's 4 squares here: potential, action, results, and belief or certainty or attitude. What's the potential of any human being? How many would agree that most of us can do just about anything we set our minds to? Would you agree?
Yeah.
But most people don't tap that full potential. They take little action. And what happens is if you don't think, oh, it's not going to work, I've tried before, the relationship falls out, I never make money. If you have a limiting belief, you're going to use very little potential, because who's going to take action when you think it's not going to work? You'll take little action, little potential, you get little results. Well, what does that do to your belief? You go, see, I told you it would never work. So now you tap less potential, less action, less results, and now you're on the downward spiral. But if you can step in and change, not your potential, it's already great. You can change your actions, but if you walk around saying you wouldn't want to do this with me, would you? You know, you can take lots of action, still not get a result. What you have to do is change your belief. And the way to do that is get results in advance. And I'm going to show you really fast. Would you stand up? I'll show you, because they're giving me very little time. Stand up and I'll show you really fast.
Come on, Carolina.
Most of you know that over the years, they've done research in basketball, for example, where they take a group of people that practice for 30 days, a group that don't practice, and a group that only practices in their mind. But they see it successful every time. Because it's successful every time, it trains their body to do it, and they become the best free throw shooters. So I want you to try something. Put your feet together, straight ahead. And what I want you to do is put your fingers straight in front of you like this, and then just slowly and comfortably turn clockwise, and notice where you naturally stop. Right? And then once you see the spot, come back around, take your finger out of your neighbor's ear, close your eyes, and we're gonna do something so simplistic. You all know athletes visualize. Imagine your finger is coming up again, see and feel it coming up. Don't actually do it, but make it feel like it. You see and feel it coming up, and then see and feel yourself turning twice as far this time, and feel it and enjoy it. And then do it a second time, 3 times as far. And then do it a third time like you're a little kid and like you're an owl. Your feet stay straight and you go all the way around to the front. Okay, now open your eyes, put your finger out, and now go as far as you can and see what's happened.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, how many of you went significantly further? Raise your hand. How many went at least 25% further? Raise your hand. So how is that possible? You always have the same potential. That didn't change. Your actions changed, your results changed, because we changed your belief. How do we do it? We got you to get results in your mind, which told your body you're in great shape. So once you do this, this is how we change. This is how you break through. You know, whenever you say you've given your best and you get there, and what do you find out? There's always another level. This is the way you get momentum. And all of us right now are going one direction or the other. You might be doing really well with your kids in a positive way, but your finances, you're not so tapping so much because your belief is limited. So this book is designed to, I made it so that you can't afford not to read it. In 4 hours, you will know a plan to protect yourself and your family and take advantage of the next time. You remember Jack Kennedy, our president? Joe Kennedy, his father, in 1929, had $3 million. In 1932, after the crash, he had $185 million. The crash is your greatest opportunity. Don't be afraid. Educate yourself. That's what this is about.
Because we all are about fear, and sometimes fear just needs the eye of a needle to get through it, and it consumes us. But but you're fearful. We're all. It's not being. If you're waiting to not be afraid, you're going to be waiting a long time. Get off the sidelines.
Courage doesn't mean you're not afraid. It means you're afraid, but you do it anyway. And it's just really training yourself. And you can do this with anything in your life. And so what I really show people in the book how to do is how to turn the channel so that you're not suffering and you're living in a beautiful state. But what does it take? Let's just quickly say it. Number one, it takes acknowledging what's your favorite flavor of suffering. Is it worry? Is it stress? Is it anger? Is it loneliness? Is it boredom? Is it overwhelm? And then noticing what are the thoughts that trigger that, and realizing it doesn't matter how much money you have, those thoughts can still make a billionaire crazy and frustrated and overwhelmed. And so what I show people to do is a process of how to let go of those thoughts. And we walk through that in the book in detail. But fundamentally, it starts with making the most important decision of your life, which is, if I would ask me up until 2 years ago, I would say it's who you spend time with, who you love. Because who you spend time with is who you become. I think it's still one of the most important decisions in life. But you can pick the right person and still do things in your head and make yourself miserable. So you really have to decide. The most important decision is, do I want to be happy? Will I commit to being happy? More importantly than happy. Sometimes you'll be so happy you smile so much your face hurts, right? You need variety. Am I committed to living in a beautiful state even when it doesn't go my way? even when it rains on my parade, even when my biggest fear shows up. Because I can't control whether your husband or wife will live or die or get sick or leave you or get a divorce. I don't want any of that to happen to any human being. I hate suffering. I do anything I can to help people not suffer. But I can't control that. You can. There are people who have lost their arms, lost their sight. There have been people that have been through the most horrific experiences in life, and they found a way to still be happy because they've made the decision that life is too short to suffer. I've interviewed dozens and hundreds over the years, but dozens that have impacted my soul, that made me realize I can change this. I've just gotten used to it. I've bought into the theory that this survival software that's constantly running and making you suffer, that's normal. No, that's what the mind will do. And mind has been around forever. What I'm gonna do is something different. And the way I get out of suffering, I give myself a 90-second rule. It's really simple. I say, look, if I feel myself starting to feel that stress, feeling that pissed offness or upsetness or concern or worry about my kid, whatever, I realize that's not gonna make it better. Life's too short to suffer. And then I just kind of breathe slowly, slow everything down, and I just watch the thought go by and go, look at that crazy thought. Because everybody's had crazy thoughts. Everybody's had a thought, I'm gonna kill that son of a bitch, right? And then you don't kill them because you don't believe that thought. It's the thoughts that are stressful that you believe that mess you up. When you question them, you break the pattern. And then the last thing besides the 90 seconds, and by the way, Richard, be honest, in the beginning, it should have been like 4-hour rule, maybe a 4-day rule. I was not very good.
A waiting period.
Yes, but what's nice is the more I've done it's like a muscle. The more I've trained myself to do it, I can authentically tell you now, it takes a lot for something to take more than 90 seconds for me now. And the level of joy surpasses all the money you could ever have in a million years. And then the money, it's easier to even make money because you're not attached. You don't have the fears. You don't have the scarcity that people have because you feel so rich already right now. I always tell people, don't wait to be rich. What is that richness? It's abundance, it's joy, it's happiness, it's contribution, it's getting out of yourself. Because as long as we're thinking about, oh my God, I lost something, or you did something, now I have less love, less respect, less money. If I think lost less, or because you did something, or because I did something, I'm never gonna have what I want in my life, lost less never. Those 3 thought patterns, they're the source of all suffering. And the antidote, see it for what it really is, know it's BS, and find something to appreciate.